What's going on, my good people? You already know who it is on the check-in. It's your girl, Callywood Rasman, aka the Rastafarian Devo, aka the Flow Goddess. And I'm back with some exclusive stuff. Nah, man, but for real, look, man, it's 2026. Happy New Year to everyone. And I think this is just a year for me of getting out of my own way. So I want to go ahead full throttle and start this off with saying, I got a podcast. I have a podcast called Tuff Love, and you are now tuning in to the first episode. Yeah, it's like that. I mean, I've been talking about it. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but it was on my heart heavy, and I was like, you know what? I'm always worried about having all the pieces together and not really going forth with what I have. And so this is the season of becoming what I have and becoming what I am. So I'm super excited for the journey. I hope you guys are excited about the journey. So Tuff Love is going to be a podcast based around self-love, self-health, self-help, and ways to heal and grow in this new season. So if this is something that you would be interested in, make sure you guys share it. Make sure you repost it. Make sure you guys click the bell to be notified when we have new content. We're doing short form and long form. So make sure y'all are subscribed to our pages on all of our social media. Wow. Whoa. Okay, I'm really doing this. I really can't believe it, y'all. So look, the first episode today is going to be Healing Isn't Pretty, It's Honest. Ooh, I like that right there. Okay. Healing isn't pretty, it's honest. And the intention of this episode is to normalize the discomfort of healing and reframe emotional messiness as progress, not failure. Okay. So we're going to be reframing our mental process when we're talking about healing and talking about getting over some adversities. Okay. So I want to just open this up by welcoming you guys to the Tuff Love podcast. Again, I am super excited because it's just been something I've been wanting to do. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm trying to put together a documentary, y'all, because I've been this way for a very, very long time. So, welcome to Tuff Love podcast. I hope that you guys will find this as something to be fruitful and something for you to keep as something to be, something that's utilized, something that you can utilize in your life and begin to self-identify and self-help yourself. Okay. So welcome to Tuff Love. I want to also set some expectations for this conversation that we're about to have, and that's honesty over aesthetics. Honesty over aesthetics. I think acknowledging that healing often feels worse before it feels better is a part of the process, right? So being honest that it doesn't feel good and it doesn't look good, so you don't want to talk about it. And I get it, right? I get it. I'm literally in the process of my own journey. So if you've been feeling more emotional, more tired, or just more aware lately, this episode is for you. Okay. I'm just excited that I get to do this with all you cool people who are watching me right now. So I'm just saying. So I like to break this down into 3 points so that we can just kind of get to the point. I'm pretty straightforward. You guys will start to realize that this podcast is going to help you guys understand and understand me as a person, and that I am human, and that I do have failures. I do have mistakes. The difference is that I don't give up. Okay. So point number 1 is the myth of being healed. Okay. The myth of being healed. Healing is just, how do I put this? Healing isn't the finish line. Okay. There is no finish line. And I think when Nipsey Hussle, when he passed away, it was just like his quotes and his philosophies in which he lived by started to become more popular, and it helped me be able to formulate that in my head for my own journey, which is that it's a marathon. It truly is a marathon, y'all. So a lot of the things that we see in the world are not, it's just this in this physical realm. Okay. It's just in this physical realm. It's not who you are inside. Okay. So healing is not a finish line. It is a continuous state of being and willing to accept that you are going to have to do this because no one else is. Okay. That leads me into my next point, which is social media versus real life healing. I know there's like a lot of gurus out there. There's a lot of people, and this is why I wanted to like really put my platform out there, because I'm not some scientist or some philosopher or great person, but I have studied a lot of different things. And not only have I studied a lot of things, I've just been really spiritually kept within myself. So it has allowed for almost miraculous information and knowledge to be exposed to me through my journey, and through my mental processes. So social media versus real life healing they're two completely different things, because social media, of course, we all just want to portray that we're all good, right? And even if we aren't good, we're gonna still perform the isn't good part, right? Because we're putting it on social media. And I think that's a part of the reason why I didn't want to do stuff like this, is because I'm like, I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to perform for them, because it's really for me. Okay, this is really for me. This is me being like, hey, listen, welcome to my world, welcome to Cali world. Okay, and you guys can either hate it or love it, but at the end of the day, I'm going to share who I am so that I could be my most truest, authentic, highest self in this form 99.9% of the time, without regard of how you feel. Okay, so social media versus real life healing means like, hey, I listen, you could put me on a camera, you could take the camera off, and I'm the same person. Okay, I'm the same person. I'm still healing. I still deal with life. I'm not perfect, because we are in this realm right here. Okay, so and then to just segue into my next point is why people confuse numbness with peace. It's it's very simple, because it's so much easier for someone to do something wrong to you, or you to feel a way about something, and you put it in the back of your head, and you're like, oh, I forgot about that. I wasn't even thinking about that, until you get triggered, and then you're like, oh wait, that actually pissed me off. Like, you actually annoying me right now. Like, I'm actually annoyed. You have triggered my nervous system in such a way that it has disrupted my peace, which means that's something that I need to identify within myself as to why that is. And most times we don't do that. We just numb that pain, and we continue to just numb everything from that point on when it becomes uncomfortable or unbearing. And I think there's a few key points that I want you to take away from this. First point is the myth of being healed. Suppressing pain does not equal healing. Suppressing pain does not equal healing. And then healing exposes wounds that you avoided. That's the second key point, is that healing is not pretty, y'all. It's not pretty. I don't care what anyone is saying. If they got a full face of makeup and, their hair is laid and all that stuff, I'm trying to tell you, like, that part is not the healing part. Okay? You don't see the healing part that's going on until you start to feel it within the nervous system of the person that distributes those signals of energy to you. So anytime you're ever feeling a type of way, listen to your nervous system, whether you call it intuition or you believe spiritually, scientifically. It is your your nervous system and your genetic makeup that is telling you that something is not clear and not true. So you need to identify what that is. And then my last point for this my last key point for this first point is that growth often leaves you feeling destabilized, right? It's like, it often feels destabilizing because it's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, right? Like, comfort is like, you know what? I know I'm going to work tomorrow. I know I have to brush my teeth. I'm taking a shower. I can get the kids ready for school. I put them on the bus. I go to work for 8 hours. I come home. I already know what we're eating for dinner. Hamburger helper. It's like you get into this like routine, right? When you're comfortable, but when growth happens, it's like, wait a minute, this is the unknown. This is the unsurety of my future. But that's what kind of has to happen in order for you to actually heal and grow through that. It's because it's uncharted territory for you, and it's supposed to feel destabilizing. But just hold on, okay? My point number two is survival skills versus healthy habits. And this one was a tough one for me. It's just because I feel like I was raised to survive, and which is a good thing. But I didn't have the necessary healthy habits to perform as a true, authentic citizen in the world, right? In this world, in the way that I felt that I needed to be, which was authentic and true to myself, right? Regardless of what someone else had said or told me that I was supposed to do. I wanted to be myself. And I wasn't necessarily taught the tools to overcome the adversities to be able to have healthy habits. So all I knew how to do was survive, which is a lot of the millennial age right now. We're like, wait a minute, what taxes? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't know what that means. You mean I have to get my own insurance? I have to get this and this. So it's like survival skills versus healthy habits. What you learn to survive may now be hurting you. Okay? What you learn to survive may now be hurting you. And that was a tough one for me, right? Because I'm just like, I am gun ho. Like, listen, you have to prove to me, you have to give me real facts that this is the right move to make, right? I'm a perfectionist. But those moments kept me still in places where I didn't need to be still, where I didn't need to overthink it. So what I learned to survive was then hurting me, right? So identifying that is so important, y'all. And then hyper independence, emotional shutdown, and people pleasing. All of these things are traits of survival skills versus the healthy habits. And then recognizing those patterns without shame is a part of that growth journey of like, look, sis, look, bro, look, like we got issues. Like we kind of fudged up. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay because we got to first identify that that's what's happening. And so recognizing patterns without shame is definitely something that's important when it comes to survival skills versus healthy habits and the myth of being healed versus actually doing the work in healing. Okay, so I want to ask you a question, and this is going to be called the reflection question. Okay, what helped you survive that you no longer need? Ask yourself that question. What helped you survive that you no longer need? That's going to be very important coming into the, this 2026. You need to know what you need in order to get to the place that you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? You really do. Point number 3, and the last point, is giving yourself permission to be human. I think this one also was like a tough one for me. It's like, man, it's like being a perfectionist sometimes. It's destabilizing. It really is in the bad way though, right? Because it's like you have to release perfection during growth. You can't, and this is me doing that right now, y'all. This is literally me doing that right now. So I'm going against the grain. I'm going against the grain with this. And learning to ask for support. Like, I think my first time asking someone for help was like literally maybe a few months ago when, my company started scaling and I was like, wait, everything that I said that I was going to do, I did. And then it happened. And I'm like still in uncharted territory. And I'm like, wait a minute. I need help, okay? I need help. So in order to give yourself that room to be human, you need to identify that you just can't be perfect, right? And that you need help. And you need help and everybody needs help. And then allowing emotions without judging them. And that was a big part for me, and intimate sessions really helped me be that, right? Is allowing emotions without judging them. And my relationship also helped me to increase that vulnerability and just being like, you know what? Fudge it, okay? I don't care what anybody else is saying. This is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna walk into my life, and that's kind of hard sometimes. And so I want to help you with a couple practical tools that I use in order to give myself permission to be human and allowing emotions without judging them. Okay. Number 1 is to name the feeling before reacting. Identify what that feeling is. Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it happiness? What is it? Is it rage? Identify that thing. Name the feeling before reacting. And number 2, journal or voice note check-ins. Talk about those things. Like, journaling has helped me so much in being like, dang, I didn't even know I felt like that. And I mean, like, just releasing, like not just going on there and performing, but going in there and just dumping my brain on a piece of paper has been like so refreshing. So those are 2 practical tools that I would say to take with you when giving yourself permission to be human. It's okay. You're going to have those issues. It's about identifying how you can overcome those issues and show up for yourself so that you can show up better in the world. And yeah. And so in closing, um, I want to reassure you guys out there that you're not behind. You're not behind. Sometimes I feel like I'm behind. Oftentimes I feel like I'm behind, and sometimes I make other people maybe feel the same way too. And so I'm working through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working through not feeling like I should have it all together. I think that's a real conversation to have. And I am also invite reflection. I invite reflection. If there's something that you see in me that you're like, you know what, I should tell her about this, you know what I'm saying, with love, with kindness, respectfully, you know what I'm saying. I think that's important too, is having people around you that can help invite reflection of yourself. And you don't have to take everything in, you don't have to respond to everything, but you should listen. You definitely should listen. And lastly, I'm gonna give you a hard truth of the week. Healing doesn't make you softer, it makes you honest. Okay? Healing doesn't make you softer, it makes you honest. Until next time, y'all, I love y'all so very much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Tuff Love podcast. Peace.